if you can.
Down, Grandpa. Sunnysands is called Sunnysands because it's sunny and it's sandy and it's right by the sea.
One of my favourite places is Miss Smiley's cafe. And today she was holding a fancy dress party.
It's looking wonderful, Miss Smiley. All the fun of the fair.
It was a medieval fairground theme, so everyone was going to dress up the way they did long, long ago.
Ta-da! What do you think of my medieval costume, CJ?
'Tis most becoming, Mistress Smiley.
Thou is most kind, my lord.
Ha! You are so medieval.
Oh, heck. I've got to go and get the medieval bread out of the medieval oven.
Yes, this was the day for Mistress Smiley's medieval fairground fun. Back at the mill on the marsh, Auntie Jules had been busy making costumes for all of us. I was dressed as a knight, and Elsie was my dragon, and Grandpa was making up a medieval story.
And Norbert, the brave knight, saddled his trusty steed Humperdinck and galloped towards the castle to come before the king.
Just then, the doorbell went.
Who can that be? Not expecting anyone. Listen.
We listened and heard.
Of course we can take her with us to the party. Come in, Belinda Lucinda.
Belinda Lucinda.
Oh no!
Belinda Lucinda is a really bossy girl who lives nearby.
Look who it is. Belinda Lucinda.
And very lovely you look too.
Yes, well, I'm a queen.
Yes, I can see that.
Belinda's coming with us to the party because her mum's been called to a very urgent meeting.
Mummy's got a really important job.
Yes, I know. We were making up a little story. Why don't you join us?
I don't want to be in a stupid babyish story. Not a very real horse, is it?
Funny bit of fairground fun, Belinda Lucinda.
Are you going to the party?
No. I think I might be having a little lie down.
Yes, I suppose you're too old for fairground fun, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Just then, Uncle CJ came up the stairs.
Green sleeves is my heart of gold.
Ah, a medieval minstrel.
And
Marvellous.
who but my lady green sleeves? I've just been helping Miss Smiley. The cafe looks amazing. So medievally.
I think it's all silly.
Oh, come on, Belinda Lucinda, cheer up. What about Jules? What's she going as?
I'm a medieval fortune teller. And look, I've made a crystal ball out of an old fishbowl.
What's inside?
Ah, that's the flower of the future. My new hobby, making paper flowers.
Does it actually do anything?
Well, yes. If I bend down, it whispers to me. It tells me things. It tells me what's going to happen in the future.
Ha! That's ridiculous.
Right, we're all ready, so let's get into Campo. We have to go to Mr. Mentor's Lighthouse so Jules can give him his costume.
Come on, everyone. See you later, Grandpa.
This medieval fairground thing better be good or else.
Queen Belinda Lucinda is going to ruin the day unless we do something.
Not the shrinking cat, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can.
When my grandpa shrinks, everyone thinks he's gone for a little lie down.
But he gets up to all kinds of mischief. And his magic can make things go.
Like the Captain Dumbledore's spaceship and the Sunnysands train.
And he can hide in teeny tiny places. And today he'd hidden here.
Boo!
In my pocket. Quick, Grandpa. Just then, this happened.
You're talking to a toy ostrich? How babyish. Your uncle says hurry up. Come on, Hurry, hurry, hurry!
We had to go, but we knew Grandpa would find a way of coming too.
Right. Mrs. Ostrich to the rescue.
So we all got into camper, and Auntie Jules said,
I can't wait to see what Mr. Mentor's invented for the party.
And Belinda Lucinda said,
Well, if you ask your flower of the future, then she'll tell you, won't she?
at the Lighthouse, Mr. Mentor wanted to show us what he'd invented for Mistress Smiley's Fairground fun.
Now this is my trumpety trumpet. Isn't it whizzy woodlesome?
Mr. Mentor doesn't just invent things, he invents words too.
What's it meant to do?
Well, it's meant to make this noise. And when it does, it will be spectacular.
Yeah, really. It'll never work.
Belinda Lucinda was being so rude.
Oh, well, now then there's this. My medieval lollipopper. If you pull that lever, then a lolly should pop.
So I pulled the lever, but nothing happened.
None of your inventions ever work.
Well, they will eventually. They just need a bit of time to think about it. Now, I wonder which one will be the first.
Oh, Mistress Fortune can tell you that. Her flower of the future knows what's going to happen.
Really? Oh, Jules, do show.
It's just a bit of fun.
So everyone gathered round and Auntie Jules talked to her crystal ball. Just then, this happened.
Nobody saw him flying in on Mrs. Ostrich.
Auntie Jules started talking to her flower.
Flower of the future, flower all-knowing, which invention will get going?
Well, which one? Which one will start first?
Ha! She doesn't know.
The lollipopper. Yes, the medieval lollipopper is going to work, Mr. Mentor.
As soon as Grandpa heard this, he ran across the floor, climbed up onto the counter and got into the back of the lollipopping machine.
Suddenly, the helmet began to shudder and the visor opened and the lolly shot out.
Brilliantio!
I've no idea how I knew that.
Time to be off to the cafe now. We'll help you with your inventions. Perhaps they'll all work once we're at the cafe. And I must get my costume on. See you there!
Grandpa quickly got out of the lollipopper and jumped onto the floor and set off on Mrs. Ostrich. At the party, everyone loved Mr. Mentor's inventions.
Aren't they lovely and very medieval looking?
Pity they don't work.
The lollipopper works.
Fluke.
Ta-da!
Oh, Mr. Mentor, you become a suggestor.
I certainly have, Mistress Fortune. Straight from the court of the Queen. And all my inventions look wonderful. Oh, look.
I knew Grandpa would be on his way. And sure enough, he got off Mrs. Ostrich and climbed up the table leg and right up onto the trumpety trumpet. And just in time, because Belinda Lucinda said...
So how's this silly trumpet thing going to make a noise then, huh?
Without her seeing, Grandpa got behind it and trumpeted away.
Like that, I guess.
There she blows!
Put the lovely inventions in the storeroom so there's more room for these.
And while everyone made room for Miss Smiley's cakes, Grandpa got down off the trumpety trumpet, he jumped onto the floor and ran to find me. He had a plan.
Grandpa always has a plan.
You've got to get me inside Auntie Jules's crystal ball. And then ask Belinda Lucinda to take it into the storeroom.
OK. So I picked Grandpa up and took him to Auntie Jules's crystal ball. He hid right under the flower. Can you take this to the storeroom?
Okay, maybe it'll tell me my fortune. Well, little flower, what's going to happen next then, eh?
And Grandpa said...
I can tell you exactly.
What?
You're going to start to be nice.
What?
And you're going to say sorry to Mr. Mentor, Miss Smiley and Jules.
Right.
And then you're going to start to enjoy the party and let everyone else enjoy it too.
Okay, I will.
Promise me?
I promise.
Hi.
The flower of the future is amazing. I'm going to go and tell your Auntie Jules how clever she is.
Done. Get me out of here, Elsie.
So, I got Grandpa out and put him in my pocket. When Belinda Lucinda had said sorry to everyone for being so rude, she started to enjoy the party.
I found your ostrich, Elsie. Sorry I was a bit hurried about it. It's actually really sweet.
When the medieval party was over, we all came home. We ran upstairs and Elsie put Grandpa down.
Move, Grandpa, quick! I'm glad you came. Belinda Lucinda was going to ruin the whole thing.
Well, I couldn't have stopped her without both of you helping me. And what do we call that?
Teamwork!
Oh, Grandpa, you missed such a good party.
Even Belinda Lucinda had a nice time.
And guess what? She thought my flower of the future was actually real. She actually did. Oh, I do wish you'd been there to see it, Grandpa.
This way to the sea, this way, and you're on the shore where the silver boats come and go. You'll find ebb and flow. The tide may be high or low, the sun has a golden glow. This way where the silver boats come and go, you know, you can always find ebb and flow. Flo received a special letter. Oh, Ebb, we've been invited to a fancy dress party. But we've got nothing to wear. Ma took Ebb and Flo to see Granny. She had lots of dressing up clothes in her old treasure chest. Now, let's see what we can find. Ebb loved visiting Granny's house. There were so many interesting places to explore. Flo found just what she was looking for. I'm going to be a pirate, and Ebb can be my salty sea dog. Where is she, bird? Ebb was having a great time. She'd found some mud. Ebb! What have you been doing? Yuck! You can't go to a fancy dress party like that. Ebb needed a bath. Flo filled a bucket with water and squirted in some of Granny's bubble bath. You're going to smell of roses, Ebb. But Ebb didn't want to smell of roses. Oh! Ebb, come back! Ho, ho, ho! I'm Pirate Flo. You could be my parrot, bird. And this is our pirate ship. Now then, me hearties, where be that dirty dog? Flo had a clever idea. This is the treasure. X marks the spot. It wasn't long before Ebb felt hungry. This was a great game. Aha! Gotcha! Ebb was cross. Pirate Flo had tricked her. By now, Ebb's fur smelled sweetly of roses. It's time to go to the party, Flo. Come on, Ebb. Ebb was still sulking. Don't you want to go to the party? Bye then. Whoops. Oh, Ebb. Now Ebb looked like a proper salty sea dog. Ebb and Flo had a wonderful time at the party. They even won the prize for the best fancy dress. I'm glad we're friends again, Ebb. Ebb was glad too. Things couldn't be better.
Family in Hairyland, and we're the Hairy Fairies, telling all the stories
And singing in a band.
We had a little accident with our magic and turned the world hairy.
Oh, how tragic!
We ran out of spells in our hairy fairy tree,
But they don't care.
they love to be hairy. Hairies, finding all the laughter in Hairyland. Ma, Pa,
And Minnie.
and don't forget there's Nana.
And Chihuahua, the hairy pet.
But up on the hill in Chateau Shampoo, there's Boris Boo-hoo.
And Boise, too.
Boris is trouble, you wait and see. But they don't care, they love to be hairy. Hairies.
No, really, Quiff. It's got to be yellow. Bright yellow. Like the hairy sun.
Oh, hi. Wiggy wants a new dress.
Yes, a yellow one. With sparkles and frilly bits and everything.
If only we hadn't run out of magic.
Oh, I know. I could have just magicked up a dress and it would have appeared. Poof! Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Ah,
Oh,
never mind, Wiggy. You look lovely just as you are.
but it's a bit boring wearing the same thing every day.
Remember that time Boris Boohoo got bored with his disguises?
I do. That was so funny. Listen. One bright sunny day, we were flying around Hairyland looking for adventure.
Papa Picky, Papa Picky, Papa Picky, 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 Papa me round Hairyland.
Round Hairyland.
I am Quick,
And I am Wiggy.
with a hairy fairy band.
Ma and Minnie Haha had been shopping in Hairytown.
We landed in the hairy pear tree just in time to see what they'd bought.
Lots and lots of lovely costumes. Because Minnie was putting on a dance show.
Well, you know what Minnie Haha's like. She just loves dancing.
Minnie Haha, she is so fantastic. Minnie Haha, she is so gymnastic. Watch her go, go straight, she has elastic.
Hopping, leaping,
Skipping, jumping.
careful Minnie, mind the bumping.
Minnie, oh Minnie Haha.
There was netting and feathers and sparkles and lots of hairy stuff, of course.
Everyone started dancing and prancing about, especially Pa Haha.
Because this was the day for dancing and prancing.
But Up on the hill at Chateau Shampoo, someone was bored. Can you guess who?
Boris, boo-hoo, what's he gonna do?
Boris was looking at his disguises.
Hats, cloaks, jackets, trousers, beards, moustaches, and lots of terrible wigs.
And he was bored with all of them. Bored.
Just then, Boris heard the sound of laughter rising from the valley. He picked up his hairy starey.
And he saw the Ha-Ha Hairies dancing and prancing. He thought they looked very silly.
Boris Boo-hoo would never make a fool of himself like that.
Then he saw Ma and Nana taking the costumes into the house.
And he had an idea.
Those costumes would make fantastic new disguises. And he was bored of his disguises.
But how could he get hold of them? Boris needed a plan.
Boris needs a plan, he needs a plan as quick as he can.
He needs a plan, he needs it quick.
He needs to plan a clever trick.
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
What'll it be?
And the plan was this.
Boris was going to get Boise to join the dance show.
And while they were all busy practicing the dancing, Boris was going to take all the costumes.
Back at the Ha-Ha Hairies' house, Ma was fixing Nana's costume.
Nana was very pleased with it. She couldn't wait to get dancing.
And outside, Minnie was teaching Pa some steps for a hairy ballet.
I can do that thing with your leg in the air. Look, Chris.
Wiggy, what did I say?
Ouch!
Shush.
Just then, Boris and Boise turned up.
Boise saw Minnie and bumped into Boris.
Pa was really pleased to see Boris.
But Chihuahua wasn't. He knew that Boris was probably up to something.
And he was right.
Boris asked if Boise could join Minnie's dance show. And of course, Minnie said yes.
Then Pa asked if Boris wanted to join in too.
But Boris said he was far too busy for dancing and prancing. Far too busy.
Boris had to get Ma and Nana out of the house. So he said Boise needed a costume.
Of course, Boise needed a costume. Pa went to get Ma and Nana. You okay, Wiggy?
No, I've got a bruise right on my bottom.
What's so funny about the word bottom? Nana was so pleased to see Boris.
But Boris wanted to get into the house to find the other costumes.
So he asked her to see to Boise's costume. Then he waved goodbye.
But as soon as he saw they were all busy with Boise, he did this.
He grabbed as many costumes as he could carry and was about to leave
when he saw Boise and Minnie in their costumes, about to practice their dance.
So Boris had to wait.
Having a friend means being together. That's what friends are for. Having a friend means doing whatever. That's what friends are for.
So come along, come play with me.
Take my hand and stay with me. Spend your every day with me. That's what friends are for.
Having a friend means cheering each other.
That's what friends are for. Very best friends friends are like sister and brother. That's what friends are for. So come along, come play with me. Take my hand and stay with me. Spend your every day with me.
That's what friends are for.
That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for. At last, it was Boris's chance. While everyone was saying well done to Boise and Minnie, he tippy-toed across the garden and hid behind the bumblebee bush.
Did you see that?
Yeah, but it's okay, Wiggy, because Chihuahua saw it too.
Yes, Chihuahua had seen Boris and he wasn't going to let him get away with it.
He barked, and Boris nearly jumped out of his skin.
When the Hairies saw Boris with the rest of the costumes, they thought he wanted to be in the dance show too.
And of course he could wear the tutu.
Boris boo-hoo in a tutu. Boris boo-hoo in a tutu.
All right, Wiggy, calm down or you'll fall over again.
Soon everyone was in their costumes. It was time for the hairy ballet to begin.
Boris hadn't managed to get hold of any new disguises after all. And he'd ended up in a ballet.
And it served him right.
Oh, I loved that hairy ballet. Boris was hilarious.
Oh, remember that spinny thing they did, Quiff? I can do that. Look.
No, Wiggy. No. Stop.
Oh, sorry. Did you hurt your bottom?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did.
Oh, poor Quiff. You hurt your bottom.
Wiggy, there's nothing wrong with the word bottom.